These are the new Samsung Galaxy Buds 3. Samsung's taken 3 years of research and development to get these out to us. They have moved from the older design of the Galaxy Buds 2 to something new and refreshed. And quite honestly, I like the way they look. Let's understand in this video if these buds or the Galaxy Buds 3 are worth your money and if they live up to their expectations. In order to test the Galaxy Buds 3, I'm going to be using my Samsung Galaxy Fold 3. But the good thing is these are backward compatible even to my device, which is a 3-year-old. And I love the fact that the moment I pop these up, I'm able to see this neat animation which is showing my battery level for the buds as well as the case. Apart from that, there are many other customizations that are offered in-app through Samsung's dedicated app. Also, because they are so well integrated into Samsung ecosystem now, they can switch between your different Samsung devices much more easily. If you're using your phone or your tab or any other device, it will seamlessly transition between these devices spontaneously. That's neat. We also get a tracker now. So if you misplace these earphones anywhere around your house, you can track them through the app directly. Now, those are not things that you'll use on a day-to-day basis, but what you will use on a day-to-day basis is the music, the call quality, and also the battery life. So let's dive in depth to understand how these fare on a day-to-day usage. Now, I've been using these for about 2 or 3 days now as my daily drivers for listening to music and making calls from my phone. Though they are passive earphones, they don't have suction cups at the end of the tips. In spite of that, Samsung has managed to pack ANC in them. Now, they're not really as great as other ANC powered earphones out there, but then the fact that you have ANC in this form factor is a good thing. Now, if you notice, I did struggle a bit putting them on is because I'm not used to Samsung earphones like this, and they sort of take time to get used to. But once you have them fit in your ears properly, they fit in quite nicely, and they're extremely light, and because of the way they're designed, they fit in your ears so prominently. If you can see here, you sort of forget that they're there, and that's one of the key factors that a earphone should have, that they should sit in comfortably in your ears for extended usage periods without your ears getting tired or having fatigue or then having irritation around your ears, which is one of the things that earphones suffer from when it comes to extended usage. Before I dive into the tech that is packed into this, let's address the design. The design on these earphones is brilliant. I love the fact that these are not rounded stocks. They have nice sort of edgy feel to it. It sort of goes with my liking towards the design like with respect to cars or with tech. The edgy design makes it really possible for you to feel the stock much more prominently, hold it, as well as now that you have the stocks which have functionality with respect to touch, swipe up and down on the rear of the stock to increase or decrease the volume, pinch it to accept or disconnect a call, double tap for skipping a song, triple tap for going back on a song. So you have those functionalities baked into the earphones now, which were there in the older generation of earphones. However, since these earphones would sit inside your ear, every time you had to tap in, you would actually push the earphones far more inside your ear, which would create that discomfort when you're using these earphones for an extended period of time. Now, that's one of the issues that you will not have with the Samsung Galaxy Buds 3. Now, you've spoken about the design for the earphones, but what about the case? Now, the case is available in different colors. This is my favorite, and I'm glad that Samsung sent me the gray one, is because the plastic on top, which is transparent, sort of blacked out plastic, it adds a very premium look and feel to it. Even the plastic does not feel cheap. It's nicely textured, it's not slippery, and because of the color, it does not even catch fingerprints. So I've been using this for 3 days. I'm hardly able to see any scuffs on it. Yeah, the plastic on the top might be prone to some scuffs or scratches in case you're putting this case with your keys, but apart from that, if you're taking good care of it, it is going to last you well. These now have 11mm drivers baked into them. There's a single driver on both these earphones, but despite that, since it's a larger driver, you have much more variations of sounds that you're able to hear much more clearly. The highs, the mids, and the lows, they're there. The bass is something that you will not really miss out, but if you're a person who listens to music which is extremely bass heavy, these are something that you will feel that they're lacking in that department. It's not because the drivers are not compatible. The drivers are really good on these. It's just that because they are passive earphones, they do not cup in your ears that well. That being said, you can still customize the sound that you want. You can go to your Samsung Wear app. So right now I have fine-tuned the equalizer here to my preference, because these are not earphones that you listen to audio which is really bass heavy. But despite that, I'm able to fine-tune it in a way that I'm able to adjust to the audio better. You don't want to go through all of that hassle. There are 9 presets that you can do. So 10 with the custom. There is a dedicated bass boost option as well, which will give you that feel, but I don't like the treble that high, so I dip that down even more. So my audio, my mids and my lows are much more prominent as compared to the highs. First dedicated option that you have is for active noise cancellation. I have the air condition turned on here. Let's test it out that way. Okay. I can somewhat still say that my air condition is on, but that is if I try to concentrate and I try to hear the air condition. But if I am playing music, that's not going to happen. In the controls, you can go to earbuds controls. You can now customize what you want which of the earbuds to do. So you can select it, and then you can select it to Bixby, mindfulness, or you can then design them with respect to if you want to pinch to call. So you can go to pinch to answer, decline, pinch and hold to decline. For the fact that these are not the Samsung Buds 3 Pro, you still get 360 audio with head tracking. You are able to involve yourself with the content that you're watching much more better with this feature. Now, Samsung did advertise that the Samsung Galaxy Buds come with AI enabled. What is the AI that we're talking about? The AI that we're talking about here in this case is how the earphones adjust to your ear. They're able to determine how they fit well in your ear with respect to the sound that they're throwing in your ear, bouncing back. And then analyzing that data, they're able to adjust the audio accordingly. There's one way of having AI on your phone to create notes for you, but there's another level of ingenuity that's going on here with Samsung when they have AI-enabled earbuds which fine-tune your listening experience. Let's talk about the battery life. With the ANC turned on, Samsung says that you will get about 6 hours of battery life, and in my testing in the last 2-3 days, I have somewhere reached that number, but then if I have calls in between, that drops off by a couple of minutes. So you do get around 6 hours of usage time on the buds directly with the ANC. Without the ANC, Samsung says that it's going to be about 7 hours. I'm going to take their word for it, is because if with the ANC turned on, if it's going to be 6 hours, without the ANC, I am sure that it's going to be much more higher, maybe even higher than 7 hours, because I don't even listen to the volume on this on full. They're somewhere in the mid range for me. With the case, it comes up to 30 hours because the case supports 23 hours of battery life. These earphones have 3 dedicated mics each on each earbud, so you have 6 mics, because of which you have better audio quality. Your ANC, because one of the mics does help with your ANC as well, that is if you have your ANC turned on, one of the mics will be dedicated to listening to the ambient sound and creating the white noise for you. 4 mics when the ANC is turned on, 6 mics when the ANC is turned off. So audio quality is in check. I don't think I need to mention this anymore because this is somewhat of a default now with the new generation of earphones. Case can be charged wirelessly. You can charge it, reverse charge it from your Samsung phone, which is the best part of Samsung devices. There are a lot of other competitors who are not able to still do that. So you still have this functionality with the earphones. And the Galaxy Buds 3 are also rated for IP57, which means slight rains or sweaty conditions, sweaty workouts is not something that's gonna break these. I've dropped them a couple of times. The paint has not chipped off, nor have they stopped working, nor has the case broken. So I have involuntarily done a drop test as well. So drop proof, IP57 rated, 7 hours of battery life, 23 hours with the case, so a combined battery life of 30 hours. Active noise cancellation despite being passive, premium look and feel, and overall, for the price point and the way they fit into the Samsung's ecosystem, neat. So to conclude, if you are out in the market to be a part of the Samsung ecosystem, which is something that you need to do now because that's how everyone is heading, creating their own ecosystem, these buds, if you don't want the Pro series of earphones which are priced slightly higher than these, because there are a lot of people out there who do not like the silicone tips being pushed into their ear, they like the passive earphones. These are just perfect for that. So with the design, with the way they look, small little hints of aesthetics that they have put in, I think the 3-year wait that all the Samsung fans had to do for these buds is worthwhile. This is Aurelius from TCS signing off. Have a great day ahead.